All right, this is our Youth Delegate Check-in 2.0 for the month of June. We are talking all things travel and doing logistics. So last week you all should have gotten an email from me congratulating you for reapplying. And there's a couple of steps. The first one is to respond to that email and confirm that yes, you are going to continue on as a youth delegate. And I need you to respond to that email just because that way I kind of have something to check off, because there's a couple of different things that we're doing through that email. The first one is asking you to do the self-assessment survey, and that's kind of a post-assessment survey. So that's like assessing what you've learned this last year as a youth delegate. And it also gives you an opportunity to give us some feedback on ways we can make the program better or things you want to keep or change. So it's just a feedback mechanism. Let me see. The next thing was talking about communication, and you guys have pretty much you guys are old pros at how we touch base, right? Phone, Zoom, and then we have our very rare in-person opportunities to connect. And obviously text messaging too. But the big thing is travel. So our next in-person meeting will be at the quarterly board meeting, which is next month. And every other year, the California Rural Indian Health Board and the Northwest Portland Area Indian Health Board take turns hosting a joint quarterly board meeting. So this year is CRIB's turn to host us. So we are going down to Lincoln, California, and we're staying at the Thunder, I want to say Thunder Bay, but it's not Thunder Bay. It's Thunder Lodge. I can't think of the name. Let me see. Thunder Valley Casino. And I've heard very good things about their pool. So I'll be sending an email out about what to remember to pack, because you'll definitely want to bring your swimming gear, some sunscreen and things like that, your flip-flops. But we'll also be doing the conference. And so we have Sunday set up as our travel day, and Monday we'll do a registration and we'll have an orientation just for our youth delegates. So the cool thing is that CRIB is also starting their first year of youth delegates this year. So we're a year ahead of them. So while we're there, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we will be meeting as a youth track with our youth delegates and their youth delegates. And then we'll also have an opportunity to do presentations to all of the delegates. So it's kind of exciting, and it's like a huge region that we're covering now. And then we'll be having our youth delegates interact with their youth delegates. They're structured a little bit differently than we are. I think that they have each tribe nominate one or two youth to attend, but I don't think that they cover any of the expenses, so that it's up to each tribe to send and sponsor their youth delegates. So there's pros and cons to both of that, the way that we are doing them. I kind of prefer our way, just in that we don't just have family members of our current delegates participating. It's open to everybody to apply and things like that. But it may be something that we look into long term once our funding for this program runs out, in terms of having the tribes sponsor the youth delegates. So those are the things we'll be talking about long term in terms of our program and how we make sure that it sustains and that it's long term. So back to our travel. We'll travel Sunday. We'll do orientation on Monday afternoon. The conference itself starts Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday all day. On, let me see, I think on Wednesday, we will have no, it's on Tuesday, we'll have a breakout meeting for our youth delegates to do nominations for our officer positions. And then on Thursday, we'll actually do our elections. So Will, I know that you and Jada were part of our election committee, or like just talking about the roles of the officers and stuff. So I wanted to touch base with the two of you to kind of clean that up and have it in a easy format to present to all of the youth delegates in terms of knowing what the responsibilities are and what the roles are and stuff. So that way when we nominate youth for those positions, they know what their job would entail. Let me see. After,
so are we gonna kind of like run the elected positions kind of like how the health board does it, or is it just gonna be like our own thing that we decide?
I think after talking with Jada and looking through our old notes from our last in-person meeting and stuff, the goal was to try to model it as closely as we can to the current delegate program, or the adult delegates. But they do have some positions that don't necessarily make sense for the youth delegates, like they have a sergeant in arms and stuff. Then we might want to have somebody who is like our social media person, or it just depends. So we'll go ahead and clean those up and get those ready to go before the meeting next month. And so okay. I'll touch base with the two of you, and if anybody else wants to help out with the just getting the election stuff cleaned up and ready to go, probably not next week, but the week after. Let me see. So we'll have our officers elected by Thursday, and then Friday is our travel day. So it'll be a busy week. I know some people have different travel stuff, so those travel links are really important that I sent out last week to fill out, so that way when I talk to our travel agent on Monday, I can let her know when people are flying out, what city they're flying from. And then I know a couple of people are going to be driving, and so if you're driving, we don't reimburse for rental cars or gas receipts. We do mileage, and so it's 58 cents a mile. And so what we'll do is we'll plug in your home address and then the location of the casino and times that by 2, and that will be the number of miles that you'll be able to claim, and then multiply that by 0.58, and that's the amount that you'll get reimbursed for that travel. So it's up to you if you want to drive or if you want to fly. Obviously one's quicker than the other. So there's that. Any questions about the quarterly board meeting?
So like what kind of like the youth tracks that we've done, is it going to be separate like it was, or are we going to be a part of the meeting for like the whole days this time?
Wow. So there are, it's like a conference somewhat set up like Thrive is, right? Where you have general sessions and things like that. And then there are breakout sessions. And so you all will be in the leadership breakout session, and the session will be run by the Indigenous 20-something Project. And yeah, so it'll be separate from some of the other groups. And let's see, Maya, can you mute? I'm catching a lot of feedback. It's okay. So we'll have like general sessions, and then we'll break out into our youth track sessions, and then we'll come back together and do more general sessions. So that's kind of how it's structured.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. I know I got a question about meals and how much you guys are going to get. We are going to cover, so there's a lot of meals that are going to be provided while you guys are there, but we're still going to give you a travel stipend. And so that is to cover any sort of incidentals, food while you're traveling, food for the meals that we're not providing. If you have a chaperone, it can also help cover their meals. They're also welcome to attend any of the programs that are going on during the conference, and are welcome to have any meals that are there during the conference as well. But I think the amount ends up to be $274.50 or something like that. It's 270 something. So just make sure you have that in your budget that you're planning for. And that's if you're flying in on, or you're coming in on Sunday and leaving on Friday. So if it's a different number than that, then we'll just calculate it differently. Let me see. I guess the other big thing is who is going to New Mexico the week after. So the iLead conference is July 22nd through 26th. I've already confirmed with Lindsay and with Jada during the conference call last week because they were there and we're trying to get things filled. So I'm going to confirm with the two of you. Are you available and do you want to go?
Yes, I'm available and I would like to go.
All right.
Me too.
You two are on the list. I have room for one more, and it's from current youth delegates who are eligible to participate. So I'll be sending you another travel link to fill out for that. They are asking us to do some presentations while we're there. I know that they're having, there's a lot of different stuff and they haven't really sent me a whole lot of things yet. So next week they're doing they're doing some sort of a webinar. And so I'll send you the link for that. I do know that, let me see, I'm looking through the stuff. So they want you to, let's see, this is like the travel list. We'll be staying in the University of New Mexico residence halls. So they will have sheets and towels and laundry facilities and stuff. You'll need to make sure you have your health insurance information. They have different forms that the University of New Mexico requires us to have, and like participant waivers and emergency contact forms, medical release forms. If you have a laptop or a tablet, they're encouraging you to bring that because they have a digital storytelling project that we'll be working on. Let me see. They have a link that you'll have to fill out to register, but they haven't sent it yet, and they want that to be done by July 1st. So it's a really quick turnaround. So just make sure that you're staying on top of your emails and responding to those quickly. We will be covering your dorms. They will have a reception on Monday night. So when we fly in, if you're flying in on Monday, you need to fly in early. Let's see, all meals on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be provided. And they will also have bus travel to get to and from the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center. And then we'll also be traveling, covering your travel to and from Albuquerque. And we'll also provide a travel stipend. But I haven't worked out that number just yet. Let's see.
Would it be possible to get a copy of the agenda? Or if there is
Because I have it. As soon as I have it.
Okay.
Everything they just sent me kind of something I could use to get travel approved, but they haven't sent me like the details. They've got a couple of different things with like events, like Monday's on-site registration and a welcoming reception. Tuesday is a parade of nations, and so I think like if you can get a flag from your tribe, or like they want to do like this large cultural welcoming thing. So I'll have more information on that. Then they're having workshops and a culture night. Wednesday, it says listening session, plenary, afternoon workshops, and culture night. And then Thursday, workshop, plenary, closing ceremony. So that's all that it says for the agenda. And then it has information on the dorms and the food that they have on campus. The dorms look really nice. They're double rooms, but they share a bathroom with another room. So it's like four youth and one bathroom. And then it's kind of like an adjoining room. And then for the chaperones are in singles that share one bathroom. But it looks like each side has its own sinks and maybe a toilet. I'm not sure. But it looks like the shower and toilet might be shared. So when I have more information, I will send it to you both. But anyway, I'm excited. I'm glad you guys are going to come. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then one of the other things that I'm trying to do is get our website updated, and I want to roll it out with information about all of our youth delegates. And so get a nice headshot of yourself, shoulders up, with no other people in the background, so you don't have to crop them out. And send that to me and do a short biography of yourself. So it's just like a quick little introduction. Give us your name, where are you from, what tribe are you from, what school do you attend, or did you just graduate from? And then why did you reapply to become a youth delegate, and what do you want to learn this year? So pretty basic information, and know that this stuff will go on our website, so it'll be public. So share information that you're comfortable with, like the rest of the world knowing if they Google you. That's also a good habit to get into. Google your name. Let me see. Important dates are essentially sending in travel information by tomorrow, filling out that survey for the evaluation survey. By Friday the 28th, send in your photo for the website and your biography. And then have you both registered for the QBM? And that was a link I sent out.
I'm sure I did it when you first sent it out. I
Okay.
can go back through because I think I screenshot.
I think you did because they sent me an updated thing of people who had registered early on, and
Yeah.
your name was on it. I haven't seen it recently, so I'm not sure who all is registered since I sent out the confirmation emails.
Okay. Yeah, because I wasn't sure what to put for, like, I think it was the organization or company, so I just put
Right. Yeah. Anytime it's asking for who you're affiliated with and stuff, use the health board if it's through the youth delegate program.
Okay.
Let's see. And then just make sure you have, oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying
You did?
last week, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then put on your calendars next year, January 19th through 22nd, for the January quarterly board meeting. And we don't know where it's going to be quite yet. My guess is probably somewhere in Washington, just because we have so many tribes in Washington. So that is my little checklist. Do you guys have questions, concerns, things that I could go over in better detail?
Nope.
All right. Well, then I'm going to say that we are good to go. And I will get a travel link to you guys out to do the paperwork for New Mexico. All right. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you next month. Yay!
Thank you, Tana.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
See
Bye.
ya.
Bye.
Bye.